Hello, and welcome to a quick video going over some updates and new information about Agony. There's some new information about the lore and some sort of behind the scenes development that I think it'd be good to mention at this point. So let's get right to it. A few months back on the Steam forums, I posted a topic asking people why the short looks like such an ugly, misshapen bastard. All the information I posted here was on the analysis on demons video. And so we had an intellectual and very mature conversation on the subject. And something people brought up is a snippet of information from a website called Survive This, which is about horror games, which they did a series of articles on a few of the demons from Agony, specifically the Oniskelus, the Chort, the Spider, and the Succubus. And for the Succubus one, they mentioned in a single sentence about how dangerous the demon is, and said even the Red Goddess narrowly escaped her wrath. And that became a big basis for speculation and lore theorizing. I think I even mentioned that in the demon analysis video, using that as information about what the relationship between all the demons and the main character is. Well, in the thread, Ductwitch, the lead developer for Agony, came in and asked where we got that information. People linked him to it, and he said he would review it, and came back a little bit later saying that most of it is correct, other than the Chort being the largest and most powerful servant of the Red Goddess, although in the writer of the article's defense, by that point when the article was written, he was the largest and most powerful one we knew about. And then, just to be absolutely certain, I asked for some clarification that the part about the Red Goddess narrowly escaping the Succubus's wrath, if that was false or not, and he did confirm it is indeed false. So there goes all of those theories and speculations out the window. And I really thought I was on to something. On a different note, for a while it was just Ductwitch, the guy in the middle in this picture, answering people's questions on Steam, and I presume also on Facebook as well. They've since hired a guy to handle exclusively PR relations and answers people's questions. So if nothing else, that means there'll probably be some more activity on their social media now that they've got a guy who, for all we know, exclusively does that stuff and isn't really involved with development. Although I guess that doesn't really matter at this point, since development more or less is done. Unfortunately, the post he made on the Kickstarter page answering some frequently asked questions was phrased very poorly, with one of the bigger questions or more pertinent questions people have, which once again is about censorship, where he says that the PC and console versions will both have the same sort of censorship, and there's no way to change this, and that they'll publish the uncensored stuff in high quality somewhere else. So you can imagine that people would easily misunderstand that as the game is censored, there's no way to uncensor it, and you might see like clips or screenshots of what the uncensored stuff would have been on their website or something. So just to make this absolutely clear, the PC version and the console version will both have the same amount of censorship. On release, they'll both be effectively the same. On the very same day that the game comes out, they will publish an optional patch for people to download on the PC. So if you're using the PC version of the game and you want the full Agony experience and all the stuff they might have cut out because it's too hot for GameStop or some shit, they'll probably publish it on their website. They'll likely link to it on their social media accounts. They'll probably even link to it on their Steam page. But the point is, you can render the PC version of Agony uncensored on the very day it comes out. And the patch is completely free. So I just hope we're all on the same page on this. It probably won't help the people in the Kickstarter comments since I don't think they watch these videos. And there's some pretty irate people in the comments there. But that's the gist of the matter. So the question now is, where are they as far as development goes? Well, as said before, effectively they're finished developing the game. They're not going to be adding anything. At most they'll do a little bit of polishing. What they're working on now is getting the game certified, meaning they're sending it over to these different companies like Microsoft or Sony or whatever to make sure the game runs properly on their machines. After that, the game would receive gold status and they'll be able to get the game put on discs and whatever to eventually be sold out to various retailers. And once that happens, they should be able to provide an actual release date, and hopefully one that they're able to stick by, unless something gargantuanly wrong happens along the way. So hopefully this clears a few things up. Unfortunately, it's not a video announcing the release date or anything, just a bit of a lore update and a bit of a clarification on some poor wording on a Kickstarter post. But I guess as long as YouTube thinks that of all the channels on YouTube mine is related to, it's the Agony Games channel. In fact, it used to only be just that one. They've since added another channel to the related list. I might as well do these stupid updates. So that's all there is to say now. I hope I gave you something to think about and otherwise entertained you. Take care.